Hey YouTube, we are at day 26 of the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge. You can check out all the prompts in the link in the description, and don't forget to search for this hashtag to find out what folks are saying about the prompts. So for day number 26, the question is, what tarot deck do you wish you could get into or vibe with, but you just can't, and why? Okay, so I could take this question as a deck I've actually tried, or I could take this as a deck that like I want, but I don't want it. I'll give you both. So for the second one first, the Star Child. I want the Star Child, and I just don't get it. I think when I first saw it, actually, I remember I put it as like the highest level of my wish list, my definitely want category, when I just glanced at it. And I went back and I remember thinking, did I see a different, like, is this the same one? Because I just, like, once I looked at the cards in more detail, I just wasn't into it. I think I like, in theory, and I know a lot of people have said they don't like the color palette. I actually like the color palette. I'm a fan of pink. I don't know if you can see behind me. Well, there's a lot of orange, but there's also, here's my pillow, it's pink. Like, fuchsia is my favorite color, so you would think, you know, I'd be down. It's not about the color palette. It's not about the softness. Like, I like all that. The collage thing. I love collage, in theory. But there's something about the collage-y tarot cards. There's very few collage decks that I like. I think there's just something that, like, I'm not connected, or, like, it doesn't feel connected to itself. I don't know what it is. I know a lot of people really love the deck, though, and I'm glad it exists. I'm glad they like it. I've heard the Moonchild, for people who have that impression, can be a little better, but it's still that collage deck, and I looked at it and I was like, I mean, if I got it for free, I guess, I mean, I wouldn't say no, but I might try to read with it. It's actually really hard. I've noticed, you know, as I get more into tarot, and as I am kind of, I've got the deck list thing going on, I do get a lot of decks. It's hard for me to say no to decks often because of the fact that I know that a lot of people, like, don't like art style, and really vibe with decks. Like, I think Kasha from Tarot Map did some videos recently about decks where it was like, you know, I hate the art style, but suddenly I'm in love with this deck. And so there is a lot of FOMO where it's like, oh, but what if I, like, grab this deck and connect it and it was immediately my soul deck? But you also can't really live your life constantly questioning yourself like that. So for the most part, I'm like, if a deck is really meant to be a soul deck for me, it will come into my life somehow. I will not force it. So Star Child, I'm not going to pick up. In terms of decks I have purchased that I haven't connected with, it's really hard for me to say goodbye to a deck and to like, yeah, so the deck I'm going to mention is the Shadowscapes, and I know a lot of people really love it. The small cards are hard. I've heard the Czech version is bigger and a lot of people like it more. I have the English version, and they are very small, and it's very finicky, detailed art, and so actually I haven't tried reading since I got new glasses, and maybe that would help, but I just couldn't see much there because it was all so detailed, and I was like, what am I actually looking at? But I read with it, I want to say I did a reading or two and I didn't jive with it. And then I later was like, I had this intuitive feeling where I was like, I'm not, like, I need to give this deck another chance. And I picked it back up, and I had a really intense, or maybe, I don't know if it was intense, but a really, like, good, connected, like, I understood it reading. And then I just haven't really picked it up since. So I maybe read 3 or 4 times with it. It's one of those ones where if you have a lot of decks, you just end up not turning to one. So I feel like I should probably give it a little more of a chance, but I may part with that deck. That would be the only deck that I have right now that I would say, yeah, I might get rid of. So there you go. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. I will continue to post prompt for the last few days of January each day, and then I will continue to post tarot content about once a week on this channel going forward.